Hello, happy new year, and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and as promised in January, as the transfer window is now open, we're going to do a transfer talk every day, just rounding up the latest rumours on the rumour mill. Yes, I know most of these players, or 99.9% of these players, won't be at Aston Villa, but it's nice to talk about them. It's nice to think about being linked to them, and I'll try and bring you up to date with everything, all of the rumours that are going ahead around Aston Villa. Please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. We are about 120, just 120 away from that big 5K. So please help us get there. Like and subscribe and get your comments in around the players that are linked to Aston Villa at this moment in time. So first of all, we have Randal Kolo Muani, who is famous, I would say, for this moment in particular. Emi Martinez with the huge save in the World Cup final from him. And he's currently at Paris Saint-Germain and is linked to a number of clubs. I think he is this next player who is potentially being touted around for clubs to be interested in him. I've seen Chelsea linked. I've seen Manchester United linked. I've seen Liverpool linked. I've seen numerous clubs linked with this player, but also Aston Villa. And it was actually reported in L'Equipe that we're probably looking at doing some sort of loan with an obligation to buy. He's 26 years of age, 6'2". He's a forward. It probably hasn't worked out as well as he would like at Paris Saint-Germain, as it does for a number of players. But started his career at Nantes and played for the B team, then graduated into the first team, scoring 21 goals in 79 appearances. Also went on loan to Bologna in 14 games and scored 3 goals. Then went to Eintracht Frankfurt, had a very good season there, 16 goals in 34 games, and then has been at Paris Saint-Germain since 2023, scoring 8 goals in 36 appearances, and has obviously played for France as well, from under 21 level through to the Olympic squad, and now has 27 caps and has scored 8 goals. And he's probably more like a forward player, operating across the right-hand side, and can play a striker as well. And probably that type of player that probably fits Unai Emery's profile a little bit more than, say, an out-and-out striker. We know we've got John Duran, we know we've got Ollie Watkins, so maybe this type of player could fit the bill, can play up front a la Moussa Diaby, but can also operate wide as well. And we obviously need pace in these areas, as is highlighted by, some of the performances and some of the, I guess, the reliability or the reliance on players like Morgan Rogers, and not necessarily having the backup in terms of John McGinn, Leon Bailey, Jacob Ramsey for injury as well. So this would be a really good signing, I would say, and someone who probably needs to reignite their career after really stalling, I would say, at Paris Saint-Germain. Because if you look at his statistics this season, only played 10 appearances in the league, only started 2 games, minutes per game is 35. Maybe he's had some injuries. You guys might be able to tell me more in the comments, but only scored 2 goals in those appearances, has missed 7 big chances. Now, we know what we're like with players that miss big chances. So is that a sign of the times that that if we do get him, he's going to potentially miss a lot of chances? Goals from inside the box 2, headed goal 1, and right-footed goal 1. Has also won a penalty, 1 assist, and 2 big chances created. So within those games, I would say obviously gets into these opportunities to score goals and also creates some for other players as well. So even though he hasn't played too much, probably a player who could make an impact, whether that be off the bench or whether that be for the first 60 minutes in games, and also 73% in terms of passing accuracy and 79% in the opposition half. So, does have some decent outputs in terms of when he is playing in the opposition half. 50% in terms of successful dribbles, 48% in terms of total duels won. Aerial duels won 75%, which is pretty good, and 5.1 in terms of possession lost. Now, sometimes with creative players, that can be quite high. Now, he obviously isn't playing as much as he probably would like, and that would be higher because he's a high-risk player. But, I think could be a very useful player, and as I said, probably someone who is looking to reignite his career. Could Aston Villa be that team? We're in Champions League football. We're obviously going to get through to at least the playoff round. So someone who could probably add to that. I don't know what the kind of cup tied situation is like, whether it resets for players, after that playoff round maybe, or into the last 16. It has to do something, because obviously, players will move and will want to represent different clubs after the January transfer window. So it'd be interesting to see what that happens. I'm sure he's looking at getting a move early on in the window to try and reignite and get some regular football. So this could be one to watch. But as I say, with the likes of Chelsea, with the likes of Manchester United and one or two others, it could sort of start some sort of bidding war. But certainly a loan with an obligation to buy would probably be the best option. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments as well. Now, another one that was probably mooted around a couple of days ago was Borussia Dortmund winger Donyell Malen, who is obviously, a real solid player for Dortmund, and has, very, very fast, very, very direct, a little bit raw, a little bit kind of ragged, but, certainly someone who can cause a lot of problems to numerous teams. 25 years of age, got a low centre of gravity, only 5'9", but he's very strong, very powerful running forward, probably in the sort of Brian Mbeumo mould in terms of the way that he plays. Has appeared 93 times for Dortmund since 2021, scoring 30 goals, so pretty good record. And before that, PSV, 40 goals in 81 games, so definitely knows where the goal is. And he's looking at around the price of, I think, it's 25 million euros. So pretty decent in terms of price range. Dutch international, representing Netherlands, 41 times, scoring 9 goals. So pretty decent record, and has represented Netherlands right from under 15s through. So it's gone through the whole ranks at the international level. So look, I really like this player. I think we need direct pace. We need power. We need kind of a different option to Morgan Rogers, and someone to maybe put a bit of pressure on Leon Bailey, or even take a bit of pressure off Leon Bailey, which is something that he might be feeling as well. But if we have a look at his stats on SofaScore, this season in the Bundesliga, operates mainly down that right-hand side, cutting into the box as well, and can operate wide, but has only, again, a mixed sort of start this season. 13 games played, only started 6 games, so whether that's been injury hit as well. 3 goals he's scored and 1 big chance missed, 2 from inside the box, 1 from outside the box, and has scored with both feet, so can operate, can cut inside, can also score with his right foot and his left foot as well. So, an effective player in that sense. Hasn't got any assists, as 1 big chance created. Pretty decent stats in terms of passing accuracy in his own and in the opposition half. And in terms of the dribbles, not amazing, but again, hasn't played too many games. Now, as I say, that could be down to injury. If we look at his last season stats, maybe had operated more, obviously played more, 21 starts from 27 appearances, scored 13 goals. So really good record in terms of starts, 6 big chances missed. So there is definitely a player there, and 1 assist, 9 big chances created. So he's probably more of a kind of finisher rather than a creator. And that's certainly something that Aston Villa need. And at 25 years of age, I think that would be a pretty decent age in terms of profile for player for Villa to get. I would be pretty excited with someone like Donyell Malen. I think he would offer something that Villa would need, but maybe he's a little bit ragged. Maybe he's a little bit. He might be very injury prone as well. So again, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you prefer Muani or would you prefer Malen? I certainly don't think we'd be getting both. Now, a couple of other players just to sort of breeze over these two. Matteo Retegui from Atalanta. Forward player again, really probably an exciting player, probably someone that we probably wouldn't be looking at to get in January, but maybe more so later on in the summer transfer window. Born in Argentina, has a youth career at River Plate and Boca Juniors, and then moved across to Italy in 2023, scoring 7 goals in 29 appearances at Genoa. Then since this season at Atalanta, scored 12 goals in 17 appearances. Played for Argentina at under 20 level, but has now moved to Italy and represented Italy since 2023, scoring 6 goals in 18 appearances. and he's 25 years of age, 6'1", and he's a forward as well. And we players at Atalanta have been very, very exciting over the years, and they certainly developed a reputation for effective and very, very good players. So this could be one to watch. Could be an interesting player that Villa are looking to sign. As I say, 25 years of age, forward player, says as a striker. Mainly operates in the box. So if you look at that, whether we would sign him now, whether it's looking at a replacement if we lose Duran, or if we lose Watkins, has played 17 times this season, started 14, 12 goals already, which is just fantastic. As I said before, 9 big chances missed as well. So he'd be on a lot of clubs' radars. 4 heads, goals, 3 with the left, 5 with the right. So very, very effective. 3 assists and 1 big chance created. So really, really good statistics this season in terms of his first half of the season. But Yargis, I don't think this will be a move that will be done in the January window, but certainly one to watch across the summer. But if he continues at this rate, I think there'll be some very, very, very big clubs looking at him moving forward. So this could be, as I say, one to watch moving forward, but I don't think it'll be one done in January. Now, another one would be an exciting signing. This is Lyon winger Malik Fofana, only 19 years of age. Again, on a lot of radars of a lot of clubs. Belgian international, has 1 cap now for Belgium after representing them right through the youth age groups. Has played 32 times since 2024 for Lyon, scoring 6 goals. And before that was at Ghent, scoring 2 goals in 41 games. So, again, very, very exciting young player. Someone that young players have been on the radar for Aston Villa for a lot of time, and we've got sort of different strategies that we go down, but we've seen us sign numerous young players that can have an effect. So that one could be one to watch as well. Whether it's done this side of this transfer window, it would be one to be debated, but we shall watch this space. But let me know your thoughts in the comments on a player like Malik Fofana. Nothing specific has come through about a definitive interest, but I think Villa have had scouts watching him, and the like. Now, to fund anything like these moves, we talked about PSR being a problem and something that needs to be navigated. And Tom Colomossi, friend of the channel, has told Villa fans to look at the Philogene situation. Now, Fenerbahce have been interested in him, and we've seen 1 or 2 other clubs interested in him, but he could be used as a make way for players to be brought in. Now, it could be done on a loan basis, it could be done on a transfer basis, it could be done on the loan to buy, so if Fenerbahce loan him with the obligation to buy in the summer, that might free up the funds to go after someone like Muani or Malen, to again on a loan with an option to buy. So it hasn't really worked out for Jadon Philogene, and we've seen situations where he could have been brought on, particularly the game against Brighton. Leon Bailey goes off after 70 minutes, and it's Jacob Ramsey that comes on, and it's John McGinn that's moved to the right-hand side, and Philogene is left on the bench. So it really hasn't worked out for him. He hasn't had the impact that he would have liked, that Villa fans would have liked, and maybe he just needs another move to ready himself for Premier League football, because it certainly looks like physically, mentally, and ability-wise, he's not quite ready for Premier League football. He did have an excellent performance against Bayern Munich, more in a defensive capacity, but certainly moving forward, we haven't seen anything like the best of Jadon Philogene. So that could be an option to let him go and to potentially bring 1 or 2 others in, because, as I said, we've got to navigate the PSR rules, and he could see the likes of Buendia potentially moving. But I would say all bets are off. There could be a big move for one of the players if the price is right. So we will have to watch this space. But that's it from me. So Kolo Muani, could he be the answer? Donyell Malen, and I think the other 2 players, Matteo Retegui and Malik Fofana, I think they're more for the future. But you never know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with Transfer Talk Daily, and also with our preview for the Leicester game coming up on Saturday. That will either be Thursday or Friday, and I'll also hopefully get an away supporter on for In the Away End to preview the game on Saturday. Hopefully we can get back to winning ways. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Happy New Year once again. And as always, remember, we'll follow the Villa.